Let's go. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ariane Iqbalian. I am an Education Abroad Advisor here at UA. I'm here with Professor Chris Hale, who is going to be leading the UA in Guatemala program next summer, fingers crossed. And just to let you all know that this presentation will be recorded and is going to be posted at a later date. And with that, I will hand over to Chris.
All right. Hello. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Hale. I am running the UA in Guatemala program. Fair warning that I am at home and there's a 2-year-old running around. So you might hear a little 2-year-old screaming every once in a while, but hopefully we'll get through the presentation okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Everybody, can we see that? Okay, perfect. So the program is UA in Guatemala, Development and Human Rights. This is going to be for the July 2021 summer 2 semester. Those dates are we don't have firm dates for that yet, but that's certainly the month that we think that the program is going to happen. And again, this is going to be in Antigua, Guatemala. So during this presentation, we're just going to talk a little bit about Antigua. It's a beautiful Spanish colonial city. It is surrounded by volcanoes. It's located in the middle of Central America, and we're going to talk about the academic program. We're going to talk about where we're going to be staying. We're going to talk about the cost of the program. There are all kinds of fun things to do in Antigua as well. So we're going to talk about some of the museums and tours, all kinds of cafes, restaurants, bars, nightlife, all that good stuff. So I'll introduce you guys to some of that stuff. We're going to take a few additional trips. We're going to go to a place called Lake Atitlan, which has been called the world's most beautiful lake. And then we're going to take a little trip to the Pacific coast to a town called Monte Rico, which I think also will be a really nice, unique experience for everyone. So as you can see, Antigua is just a really, really beautiful place. So as far as the details of the program itself, this is going to be 6 credit hours. Okay, so we're going to be taking 2 courses over a period of 3 weeks. These are upper division credits. So this is going to be 332, PSC 332, Latin American politics, and also PSC 331, the politics of developing nations. If any of you have taken any of these courses with me in the past, there's also an option for independent study instead. One of the options that you can do if you want to do an independent study instead is you can volunteer with NGOs, and that's a way to get course credit as well. So we're going to be up to a lot. We're going to be taking a couple classes in a few weeks, but there's still going to be a lot of time to get out, get to know the country, and have a lot of fun. As far as where we're going to be staying in a place called Casa Herrera. This is maintained by the University of Texas at Austin. It is a colonial era mansion in the heart of Antigua. So very easy walking distance to restaurants, cafes, bars, all that kind of stuff. They are going to provide us with the classroom space that we are going to use. They are also going to provide us with 3 meals a day, Monday through Saturday, all of which is included in the cost of the program. Okay, and so speaking of which, at least last year's cost was $4,300. So I anticipate that this year that cost should be about the same. It might be slightly less, it might be slightly more. But what you are getting for this amount of money, I will note too that if UA ends up not going forward with study abroad programs, so last year the kids who were supposed to go on this trip, obviously when it got canceled, they were going to pay $4,300. When it did get canceled, they actually paid, a few of them wanted to take it online. They actually paid substantially less money than this to get 6 credit hours of courses, and I don't think you'll ever get a better deal as far as credit hours at UA. I think they paid something like $2,400 for those six credit hours, and so that was a terrific deal for them. Just as far as cost per credit hour, but obviously we hope the trip goes on. But if it doesn't, they'll probably be a pretty good deal as far as what the cost of the credit hours would be. But included in that cost, assuming the trip goes forward, is all of your lodging, all of your food, all of our trips. And so this is a substantial value, and particularly for out-of-state students, this is quite a bit less than the cost that than the cost of taking these classes in Tuscaloosa during the summertime. Okay. As far as things to do, all kinds of fun stuff to do. You've got museums, you've got tours. So there's something called the Jade Museum. We can go on tours of colonial ruins. We're going to go tour a coffee production facility. We're going to go hike up a volcano. And then we're going to talk a little bit now about some of the cafes, the restaurants, and all that kind of stuff. I want to show you guys a few pictures. If you like coffee, if you like cafes, obviously Guatemala has some of the best coffee in the world. Some really, really nice rooftop bars where you can sit, do a little bit of work, do a little bit of reflection while drinking really, really superb coffee. If you like restaurants, you've got everything from fine dining options to street vendors, all kinds of international styles of food. And so there's a really, really nice dining scene in Antigua, Guatemala. If you like bars, if you like nightlife, there's all kinds of that stuff to do too. I will note that the drinking age is 18 if that's something that's interesting to you. Clubs, rooftop bars, there will be more than enough to keep you entertained in Antigua during the three weeks that we're there. And you'll be up responsibly, ready to work the next day, obviously, as well. And so if you like shopping, all kinds of great little knickknacks for sale. These are produced by the indigenous communities that surround Antigua. So when you buy some of these products, you're helping to support some of those communities as well. These are tuk-tuks. This is how you get around in Antigua. They're sort of like Guatemalan taxis. They make for a really interesting experience for getting around. It's a very fun experience for getting around, very cheap. And that's sort of when you want to get from one end of the city to the other, that's how you're getting around. We're also going to take a trip to a place called Lake Atitlan. As you can tell, it's breathtakingly beautiful. We're going to spend one night at a hotel right on the lake. And we are also going to take a boat trip to outlying communities around the lake and sort of get a sense of the region as a whole, and really, really, really memorable day. We'll take a trip to a place called Monte Rico. This is right on the Pacific Ocean. We'll be staying at a resort that looks quite a bit like this. These are black sand volcanic beaches. And so again, just a very, very memorable, a very, very unique experience that you'll be taking on this trip, all right? So why Antigua, Guatemala? There are lots of study abroad options. First of all, Travel and Leisure magazine lists Antigua, Guatemala as one of the 50 best places to travel in the year 2019. I'll note that Spanish is not required for this trip. And again, I just want to highlight what a value this is. Okay, you're getting 2 upper division courses. If you're out of state, this is much less than the cost of taking these classes in Tuscaloosa. And even if you're in state, this is very comparable with the cost of taking classes in Tuscaloosa. Plus, you're getting a once-in-a-lifetime trip on top of everything. Study abroad has financial aid packages. This is from last year, but I think Study Abroad is still doing Money Matters sessions every Wednesday at 3:30.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, all right. So that they can help you figure out the finances of the trip. Again, this is an extraordinarily unique experience. The weather is in the mid-70s in July, so while everybody's sweating in Tuscaloosa or in the American South or wherever it is you're from, you'll be living very comfortably in Antigua. Really, really beautiful weather. You have jealous friends when you're posting all these amazing pictures to Instagram. And so if you are interested, you can email me at cwhale@ua.edu. I can email you the link to apply to the program, or you can go to studyabroad.ua.edu, do a program search for Guatemala, and that'll take you to the program page as well. Okay, so thank you guys for your attention. As far as that goes, let me see if I can turn off this.
Oh, sorry, clarification. Oh, yeah. So actually the Money Matters is at 2:30.
Okay, it's on
not
2:30.
3:30. Yes. Okay. So
right.
Just if you want to, we do have our workshop Wednesdays. So I will share the screen here. Yes. Okay. So on our website, studyabroad.ua.edu, on our Education Abroad events, you can see Money Matters is going to be at every Wednesday at 2:30. So that's where you can find it. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Can I answer any questions for you all?
Yeah. Feel free to put it in the chat box, or if you just want to unmute yourself, and just ask away.
If you don't want to ask, that's cool too. I've brilliantly sold you on the program.
I was going to say, I want to go.
Yes, it's a great trip. It's a terrific trip.
I'm not even a student.
It's amazing. It is a beautiful city, and it's a cheap place to go travel. It is where I got married. My wife and I got married in Antigua, and everyone will get married there too if they go. So it's a really, really charming city.
Any questions, y'all? So it is a UA faculty-led course, so you don't have to worry about course equivalency. It's going to transfer right back to UA. As Dr. Hale mentioned, the price is phenomenal. It's definitely, actually, I think it is the cheapest faculty-led program, or one of them for sure. So that's definitely something to consider.
So the only thing you're paying on top of that is the cost of airfare. So that's the only that's not included. But airfare, if you're flying from a place like Atlanta, I I think well, I mean, God knows what it is now. But before all this hit, something between like $300 or $400. If you're flying from Houston, it's even cheaper. Might be $200 or $300. So, so depending on where you're flying from, it's very reasonably priced.
Are you planning to do a group flight, or is everyone just going to meet in Antigua?
I think what we would do is probably I would hang out at the airport for a whole day, and then because everybody's flying in from different places, everybody's from all over the country, so just meet people at the airport, make sure they get to the hotel that we're staying at, and so yeah, so I would just meet people as they made it to the airport.
Okay. All right. Other questions? So if you're like, all right, I'm sold. I want to be at UA in Guatemala, and you're wondering how to apply. We do have our general faculty-led program application up on our website. So I will share that with y'all, share the screen so y'all can see how to find it. So apply, okay. So going on our program search here, I'm gonna look for a summer. I think there should be a faculty-led, if I'm not mistaken. Worst case scenario, you're gonna find, yeah, it should be the general program here.
So you guys do not have the program specific
No,
website? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
So you guys, if you're interested, you're going to be doing the UA faculty-led program general application. That is open. So you could just click here, apply now. Just do your MyBama. Oh no, well, so, but it'll take you to the application real quick, sorry. Oh no, why is it doing that? Apologies, y'all.
No worries.
Okay, so you just click summer 2021. And hopefully it'll take its time. But yeah, it might be a little slow on my end, but basically it should take you to the application page, and you should be able to find the UA in Guatemala program, and you can apply for that from there. So our general application for faculty-led programs is open as of this time.
Oh, I do actually have some pictures of the venue itself. Let me see if I didn't think about showing these, but let me see. It's a nice place. It's like I said, it's a colonial era mansion, and it's been kept up very, very well by the University of Texas, who completely restored it. Let me see, I think that was back in November that they sent me these. Here we go. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, so lots of sort of colonial charm going on here. So this is like sort of one of the meeting rooms, and this is sort of like a common area here. Like sort of interesting beds. You guys would be sharing rooms. As part of the reason why the trip is so as cheap as it is. These pictures don't really do justice to sort of what you'd be doing, where you'd be staying. Let me see if I can find a few other ones.
Yeah, in the meantime, while you find those, Liam does have a question. So if I fill out the general application, it will apply me to every faculty-led program, or how does that work? So great question. So the page finally loaded, so I can actually share it with you guys. So, all right. So this is what the application looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the faculty-led program selection. So you're going to go down here and find the UA in Guatemala right here. So So that will be your first choice. And then if somehow that doesn't work out, or if you're interested in more than one UA faculty-led program, you can put that in here as well. So that is how you will select it. Okay.
All right. Got a few other pictures here of where we're going to be staying. If I can figure out how to share this again.
The green button down below.
Let's see. Okay, so this is sort of this is huge actually, sort of on the inside. These are sort of really nicely polished floors on the inside of this corridor here. Another picture of a room. Sort of you have like a bathroom that you can use in each of the rooms. Like I said, very Spanish colonial, right? So you're living in sort of, these buildings are several hundred years old. They date all the way back to the Spanish colonial period. This is sort of the main plaza there in Antigua with a nice little rainbow there going on. And so again, just I think a very unique experience that everybody would get to I think just really enjoy. That's pretty much everything I've got.
I have a question. So is there any prerequisites to taking courses or anything like that?
No prereqs. These are courses that anybody can take anytime in their career at UA. Like I said, Spanish is not something, you can get around Antigua just fine without knowing any Spanish. So that's not really a reason not to go on the trip either. So very easy, very cheap trip, very amazing trip. We're gonna go see and do a lot of really cool things. So if you want to go hang out in Central America for a while, this is pretty cool stuff.
Okay, I have a question from Katie. She's asking how many people will go on the trip or go on the trip.
So last year, before everything got canceled, I had 10 students who were signed up and ready to go. They at the place that we're staying at the mansion, they can only fit 12 undergrads. So it's anything between 10 and 12 students.
And if somehow COVID, messes the plans again, will you be offering this course online?
Yes. So I will offer this course online for anybody who can use the credit for it. And just assuming that it makes, because we need a certain number of students to make sure that that it would be financially viable to provide it. Assuming enough students signed up for it. But last summer it was 4, and that was enough. So so as long as there are enough students, yes, we will do that online instead, and it will probably actually be quite a bit cheaper even than the $4,300 ish that we've got listed here.
Any other questions from students?
Well, like I said, if any of you are interested, definitely shoot me an email again at CWHALE.
Can you put that in the chat box? So,
oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, put
Let's
it in the
see.
chat box.
So cwhale@ua.edu. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about the trip, anything that we're going to be up to, and yeah, I'm really, like I said, this is really one of my favorite places. I'm very excited to lead this. I was very excited last year to lead this before all the madness started. Hopefully we're all in a better place this summer, and we finally get out and get this going.
Well, if students don't have any more questions, I guess we'll end it here. Thank you so much, Dr. Hale, for sharing what this could be an awesome opportunity in Guatemala. And I hope everyone here is excited, and hopefully they'll apply. So, and of course, if you have questions for Dr. Hale, please email him. Or if you have general education abroad questions, like the whole application process, as well as scholarships and financial aid, feel free to contact our office at studyabroad@ua.edu. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Oh, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome.